There's this Bruce Lee quote that's like, the oak tree with the strong wind, it's rigid and it's gonna break, whereas the bamboo has some flexibility, so it's able to move with the wind. And I feel like that's like a very good representation of life. Don't be so structured, because then things will break, and be able to flow with it.
Welcome back, folks, to the 4th episode of Jack of All Trades. We're back to tackling mastering your craft, skills, and adaptability. How would you describe yourself in terms of your style as a learner, and how you receive it, how you grow from it?
I'm definitely a hands-on learner. Sitting in a classroom and taking notes was always very difficult for me. I just would lose focus, and I didn't have the attention
So you're a
span.
visual learner, you're an active learner.
Yeah, a kinesthetic learner, I think they call it, where you have to have your hands on something. I see it, hear it, but I want to have my hands in the clay. You know, just taking notes never worked very well for me. So honestly, growing up in school, I did not think I was a good learner. It was very difficult for me to get decent grades. But once I found fighting and really started falling in love and becoming obsessed with my sport, that almost taught me how to learn in a different way. Part of it was recognizing, like, oh, you're not an idiot. You're just, you learn a little bit differently.
I'm very, very curious, and I'm always open to learning, and I'm kind of like have that hunger to learn and experience things. Like life's not about attaining things, it's about like making memories and making experiences, and like experiencing really what this life has to offer.
Mike, you've had to master a number of technical skills to being, incredibly successful in your chosen field. How do you master those techniques and the technical skills of a plumber, an electrician, whatever it may be? How would that apply to what you've learned?
Yeah, I think recognizing that these things don't come to you all at once. You're not going to finish day one of trade school and be an expert. Recognize that it's okay to not know how to do things, but over time, if you stick with it, you're going to learn these skills, and they will end up developing, right? I find in martial arts all the time, I have a question about a technique or an area of fighting. I'm like, okay, if I can just understand this question, then that area is solved. And instead of that solving everything, it asks 4 more questions I didn't think to ask. But I think that's what's exciting about finding something that you're passionate about, and finding an industry or a trade or a sport that allows you to continue to grow. And I want to be able to grow exponentially, and I think through sports and trades, it's a great opportunity to do so.
Let's look at the financial opportunities in the skilled trades. Simply, you get paid to learn. As your experience grows, so does your title and income. Many tradespeople reach 6 figures within a few years. Plus, the flexibility is unmatched. Tradespeople can start their own businesses, set their own rates, and take control of their financial future. Let's get back to the show. How much of your journey has been natural talent, and how much of it has been drive?
I would say the natural talent is that I'm not scared to put myself in vulnerable positions and to kind of like reach for the stars, I guess. And because I don't have much natural talent, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of like early mornings going for the runs. It's like the work that people don't see, so that I always have that inner confidence within myself.
I feel like there's never a time when you stop learning. I started training back in 2005, so 20 years ago, I stepped into a gym for the first time, and my last training session, I learned multiple things that I didn't know. It's great to have immediate feedback or positive feedback right away, like to try something and immediately feel good about it. But there's a lot of times where you need to recognize it's not going to be like that for a while. You need to put months or years into developing this new skill in order to really become comfortable doing it. I can't tell you how many times I learned something, 4 years ago, and I've trained it every couple of months for years, and I'm just like, this thing works for other people, but this just does not work for me. And then one day something clicks. I'm like, oh, that's where this belongs. That's the missing piece I didn't realize I already had, but this is how this works in this big picture.
That was a great chat with Mike and Jasmine. Now stay tuned for the next chat.